Hello and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. Now we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard Tournament match of the loser bracket semifinals between PinkKittyRose and RyuuKane. Commentators for this will be Spell and Emosoda. Say hello.
Hello! I'm so excited.
Hey chat. Hey. How's it going? Hey. We got a match here, right?
Oh yeah,
Rando.
yeah. You are carrying that same energy that I am. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm just kind of. I opened this door and there's this. I walked out onto the stage here, and now I'm just here. So I'll talk with my friend here, Spell.
Yeah, I was meant to have a different commentator for this one. Obviously, you know, someone with the same energy like me, but like Emo just kind of walked in here and like, well, okay, then I guess Emo can do it.
Yeah, I've got like. I tried to find the bathroom. I was just doing an RSL Ace thing, and I walked out here. I'm in my pajamas here in like a suit right now. Jeez.
Yeah, you had to take the door on the left. Yeah, you took the wrong door, but it happens all the time. Don't worry.
Well, anyway, we got PKR versus RyuuKane today. Yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a match, right?
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
I didn't need to say that we're this far into the tournament, right? It's only scary people left, so. Yeah. It could go to either player, really. It just depends on how well they play and what calls they make in the seed.
Yeah, I think many people, when Marco went down to the losers bracket, I think many people expected the finals would probably be PinkKittyRose versus Marco, but that didn't end up happening. Instead, we have PKR versus RyuuKane, two great players in their own right, obviously. And the winner of this one will go up against what the hell's happened. Just, I mean, you know, when you consider it, are you really winning when you win this one? I mean, that's not an enemy you want to face.
Well, here's where I'm coming from. I think What the Health is just going to make the finals anyway, but not to discount the rounders here. I think it could be literally anybody from this losers bracket that beat Sponge in the grand finals.
It could be, yeah. And, you know, even What the Health happened could lose next round. It's not impossible. Any of these players could honestly win the tournament. It's not unthinkable at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, What the Hell's has just been dominant in this bracket and just Season 4 in general. He's lost very few races, even outside of the brackets, too.
True. But
really been doing very well for himself here. About to start, though. Light Medallion start, Epona start. What do you think about that?
Epona start's interesting, but Light Medallion start.
Here we go. Epona. Or Lamon, I mean.
Yeah.
I call Lamon Epona now.
Sticking with the theme of the horse, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
There she is.
We'll start with Epona. Wow.
Epona start.
Oh, wait, this is standard. This is standard. Anyway. They're off the races here.
Yeah.
Ryu versus PKR. Oh, they're almost to the bridge. They're turning around.
I think PinkKittyRose. No. Oh, that's a photo.
Oh, that's a photo. Oh, that's a photo finish.
Who gets off the horse first? Oh. I think that's a small advantage to RyuuKane. Very small advantage.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, just like a second or two. I think they're both playing. Oh, actually, no. I think PinkKittyRose is on Virtual Console and Ryu is on these.
No. PKR
are they both? Yep.
They're both
emulator players. Okay.
Yeah, RyuuKane plays on BizHawk, I know that, and PinkKittyRose plays on RetroArch with the Parallel.
Oh, I see the FPS counter. It was hiding from me. It was in the corner.
It wasn't hiding at all. It's super obvious.
Well, I couldn't see it. I'm blind.
Oh,
here's a hammer.
Hammers.
Ooh. Okay.
Are we sure we're just not watching the same player?
They got different tunics.
Yeah, true. I love the button colors on RyuuKane's. Really fancy white and blue. Or red, I mean. They're red, white, and blue, you know? Blue hearts, white buttons, red buttons. It's very American. But RyuuKane is French. Oh, wait, no, those are the French colors. It's the French flag.
Yeah, they tend to do that a lot.
It is literally the French flag.
It's pretty cool, I think, having like a unified group like that. Strong group identity, that's for sure. Anyway, first song here is ZL. Okay.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I mean, getting a hammer early on is super nice as well. Fair.
Yeah, as I was going to say, though, Epona start. Really, a lot of players don't like to start with Epona with their free ZL song. really means GTG is very early in logic, so there could literally be anything there, even on the stealthless chest, even somewhere in Fortress, even. So, with Hammer, I mean, it puts Valley Hammer Rocks into logic.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
scary.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
Just
so
another reason to go.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, I think with a Hammer start, you're in CAC. You're not going that far out of your way here. You don't want to have to save quit back to Lon Lon, and they have ZL, so you're going to see what this song is here as well.
Yep.
But they're just going to go up DMT, go to DC, Crater, all of that good stuff. It's going to be a good, like, 15 minutes until they have to make a decision.
Yeah, for sure. They have options for now. So, speaking of these two runners, both have pretty big followings, I would say. RyuuKane, definitely a pretty popular runner. PK, obviously very popular, as everyone is well aware, I'm sure, at this point. Heard she made partner recently, so that's exciting for her. But what would you say in terms of, like, I mean, you follow the scene a bit closer than I do, I think. What would you say are the strengths of these two players compared to each other? I know PinkKittyRose is very good at routing. But I'm not really that familiar with RyuuKane's plays.
Sounds vanilla. Okay. Yeah, I see all these guys at the Rando Mall every Saturday and Sunday, so I'm fairly familiar. But yeah, PKR is I don't know. I think they are both pretty unpredictable with their routing, I want to say. Ryu's really done well for himself in the tournament. I mean, he's just killed player after player, and I mean, he wasn't even that highly seeded, maybe 20-something.
That's what I was going to say. Like, RyuuKane definitely is a bit of an upset in this tournament. I don't think anyone really expected him to make it quite this far. I mean, everyone knows he's a good player, but pretty sure he, exceeded people's expectations with his performance.
Yeah, their execution levels very, very close to each other. I think the qualifiers just in general been rough for a lot of players going into the bracket. Yeah, Season 4 is a lot more variable, right? A lot more... What's the word for it? The entropy is higher. Yeah, the volatile. So
yeah, for sure.
The entropy is not quite there for a lot of players. So, like Marco, for instance, wasn't even the first seed. A lot of players would probably have said he got the 1 or 2 seed, but not even that high for him. And then Bono was out, I think, second round or something. So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, just a lot of consistency problems across the board here, but yeah, I think they're just similar enough players that depending on which direction they go, and I think they could both make pretty bold choices routing-wise, so it really depends on the item that they get and what they can do with it. Kind of like will let us know what options they have available to them right now, but I think PKR in general does go child a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Just because I think when she starts as a child, she goes adult very quickly as well. So you could see the same thing for Ryu, but I think he's going to go into DC. I think he's one of those players who just auto does DC. And I think on S4 you have to a lot of the time. It's too good of a location to just ignore.
Yeah, I think it was the same in Season 3, really. It's just so dense. There's just so many checks in there. And it's so quick, too. Like, it's just a really good option in general. Oh, Hover Boot?
Okay. Well, they're definitely going to go towards Crater area now. They can get Bolero Tech, another song. What if it's Requiem? You can go from there to GTG even. You don't have to use Epona. So they're going to be really hoping for a bomb bag and a bow at this point. Maybe a hook shot, but that's not even that important anymore.
And PinkKittyRose here starting to farm some rupees for a shield.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, I would do the same thing. I think buying a shield is generally very good. But before you even check the rest of CAC, like there could be a 20 on Anju or here in the Cat Cow. So I don't like it as much. It's a little bit slower than I think the box, depending on how you execute it. But
I think it makes it feels like it's in line with PKR's gameplay. I know when it comes to like how she plans ahead, it's usually very safe planning. So she goes for things that she know are high density or will pay out. But she does it in between, like making perhaps more radical routing decisions. She definitely is unpredictable, as you said, but at the same time likes to go for pretty safe plays. So I'm not surprised she farms the rupees now. Just wants to make sure she has rupees for
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can always get it after Dodongos too if you're like fairly confident you might get a bomb bag. I mean, they have all of Lost Woods that are hammer checks. They still have to go to Mitos, by the way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of checks right now that they can go get. But before they get there, they're going to go DMT. We'll see if they go and dip DC. I don't think they will, but it'd be also a pretty safe play at this point.
Yeah, I think they will. Honestly, I think at least one of them definitely will go into. And I think it's going to be PPR.
Two different ways. You want to rush the Bolero song, obviously, too, but, I mean...
Well, you can get it on the way down.
Yeah, do you think you're going to find your bomb bag in Dodongos or Goron City Crater? I think with the hovers and the hammer. If it was just the hammer, I think going into DC would be slightly better.
You would climb it first. You would climb it, and on the way down, you would... She gets her shield. Unsurprisingly.
I think Light Arrow's there on top of DC, DMT, Sphere Zero.
Isn't it just a golden rupee?
I was pretty sure it's Light Arrow's.
Not a look
at it again on PKR side. Yeah.
And this hammer really just pushing players in this direction. Kill the tech type. That's what I always get rid of.
It's one of those safer skulls, the one here on Death Mountain Trail.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get the angle just right, though, to hit it.
It's pretty generous, though.
It is, but I've seen people just hit it like 5 times without actually getting it. No, those are light arrows. You were right. Shows who's the real rando player between the two of us. Your eyes are better trained to recognize items than me. I just don't see them.
Got that emulator vision. Market Way the hero. It's the Medigoron hint.
Play song. It's such a nice song to have, isn't it? Just such a nice time saver when we use this.
Yeah, I mean, that just saved 10 to 15 seconds just right there for him. So,
yeah,
an example. He's going to play it again in the maze.
Yeah.
Okay, look. PKR grabbed the light arrows already. He's going to make...
goes into DC. Gets the shield and goes in.
Okay.
I think she's planning to safe warp to Long Rand Shaft. After she climbed the mountain.
Could. I mean, if you're planning to go to GCG at all, but I think going Child would be a little bit safer.
Yeah, she could go Child as well after that, but like, no, she's just gonna back wall for take the horse. Hyrule Castle, that's what I mean. Oh, hook shots, okay.
Okay, yeah.
50 is dead.
Really nice find for Ryu. Goron City. I mean, I'm not really surprised by that, though. You get an early Hammer Spear Zero, there's going to be something behind it, so...
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. I mean, you know, it's not too useful right now, because, you know, you already have the hover boots. It's not really...
I mean, it's incredibly useful. It's one of your best items, but in terms of their area routing, yeah, it's not...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The best thing in the world, but I'm a little surprised that Ryu is now going towards DC. Like, I'm not sure why you go to Goron City if you're not going to... Okay, maybe grabbing a skull here, too.
I'm still a bit surprised. I mean, you can get this on the way down.
Yeah, you can... Yeah.
I would go to Crater first as well. But then again, you know, you didn't even qualify, and I don't race, so maybe we shouldn't... maybe we shouldn't be talking here. Perhaps they know something we don't. Oh, can't get into Crater. Oh, that's true. They can't even get into the Crater.
They can. They can go on top of DMT.
Yeah, but that's slow, right? I don't know. They're hoping to put a bag in here. That's what.
I don't know. You have ZL already. You get both fairy fountains. I think it's incredibly useful.
PKR is going to be doing it.
Not surprised PKR going here.
So I think she's same bug you already.
Probably thinking that Ryu is not going to go up here, potentially, just because they don't have any way through Goron City, but...
Makes sense, though. So PK is probably just going to climb it. That's message with the hover boots there. And then, you know, and then head into the crater and go into Goron City from the other side, which makes sense. It's a good route. It would be nice if you had a hook shot to climb up, I guess.
Yeah, at this point, it's so early in the seed, too, that whether or not you go into Dodongos, as long as your opponent doesn't find Bomb Bag and then only one trips it, I mean, it is some time advantage that they could be opening themselves up to. But there could also be a bomb bag in here, or bomb shoes. I mean,
It could be, yeah.
Okay, so without any way to go further in DC, though, Ryu does have to leave. Can't get up the staircase.
He's up. Oh,
Serenade.
Yep.
Requiem. Okay.
Requiem is Serenade. Not a useful. Well, it's okay. Song. It's not the best. Pretty.
It's good info. I mean, you're not going to go rush that now.
Yeah, you're not too worried about it right now.
It does make your child routing a little worse, depending on where the child's spawn is, because that could be a good way to get back adult.
I was wondering, Ryu, where are you going? But he's reversing. He's like, oh, wait a second. Oh, bracelet. Okay.
Ooh.
That's a good find.
And Ryu following. Okay.
That potentially puts DC back on the map, doesn't it? I don't think you would dip it again, though, until you have if you go again, you want to finish.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit sad for Ryu to find there. Only because he had gone into there and not found anything, so he's really, I don't know, without a bomb bag or explosives, you could 3-trip DC and it might just be a stone anyway.
Yeah.
They don't even know yet.
Slightly higher chance that the medallion starts it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
there's a wallet.
Okay. I was like, ooh, that is. Nope. It's not.
That is in logic.
It is, yep. But the hammer, a lot of things are logic. Oh, and the hover boot's making this crossing so easy.
Oh, yeah.
All worked out nicely. Skull. Where?
Not very usual that you see the top trip, and it could be required in the seed.
Yeah, it could be.
I think just because of that, I don't think you can leave
The strength makes it very compelling, I think.
Yeah.
You don't see this often, that's for sure. You don't often see the trip being made in reverse, but you know, getting the vanilla experience right here.
Yeah, I mean, what's on top of here instead of
PKR wants it. PKR wants that loop. He's like, I came up here, I'm gonna get it too.
Just putting that into the rupee routing, I suppose.
Oh, Bolero. Vanilla. Second vanilla song today.
Well, if they didn't come back now to Crater, it'd be potentially very bad if Minuet's on OoT, for example, to get back to Fire Temple, if that's required.
Yeah, my question was going to be, though, now that you have access to Fire Temple, and you have a hammer, do you
go in there? No. Yeah. You still go to Mitos, you still do Lost Woods, you still do that stuff because you can find a bomb bag pretty easily there.
Okay, so you don't dip the bottom part?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, fair enough. You're also getting his wallet, which is good. His wallet is full, he needs one. He needs more space, otherwise he's just dropping the rupees on the ground. It's a waste.
Alright, PKR getting the hook shot. So, Ryu's routing is a little bit... He's losing a bit of time when he was slightly ahead after CAC, or basically tied.
Yeah, I don't think it makes a big difference still.
So now PKR has the option of going to DC or going to Fairy Forest and Lost Woods, but I think it's going to be a pretty clear, just go clear Mitos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You could even find a bow at Mitos and then you just go Forest, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
would you do Blind Forest?
Right here.
Would you do Blind Forest if you had all the stuff this early? It'd be pretty hard not to.
So I mean, Forest is kind of slow, but it is also relatively dense.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Okay, PKR getting the market hit at Medigoran here.
Yes.
Just being a little bit safer than they maybe would otherwise. I'm not sure if they always get this done.
For PKR, I'm pretty used to from her doing this kind of stuff.
All right.
So far, I'm not seeing anything new from PKR here. It's just how she always plays, and hey, it worked out for her so far.
All right, getting Link the Goron with the strength.
Very nice. Well timed. She didn't even have to slow down.
Nope. They used a setup, I'm very sure.
Yeah. And sticks. Not even an upgrade. Feels bad, man. Then they're going to go into Lost Woods. Well, no, because he still has to do the bombs. Oh, no, that's not well timed. Throws the bomb away angrily. He's like, ah, fuck's sake.
Yeah, PinkKittyRose was coming out of the Medi Goron, and then going straight from there to Link the Goron, because I'm pretty sure that reloads the whole area.
I think so, yeah. I think that's just a slight... I think there's a little loading zone in between them. There you go. Oh, no! What a dog. MLG. And this is annoying, though. It's some time lost on this now. It's alright, though. At this point, you know, it's not going to be make or break. There we go. PK Ryu, what a name. Imagine naming your kid PK Ryu. Do you think like that's something like Elon Musk would name his kids? Or do you think it doesn't have enough like vowels?
I don't have opinions on kids' names. Getting this mini it's also going to be pretty nice for them. They can just sun song after they get it, just to go back to Lost Woods.
Nice skip by PKR there, by the way. Slightly strange angle. I think it has a different... Either way. Looking good. Song do we get from Minuet? And we see divergence finally from these two players. RyuuKane's like, I'm going into... Oh, Deku Wave.
That's good info.
Definitely. I mean, you know, if you can't do Deku Tree, why wouldn't you? Regardless, you know, unless it's Baron.
Yeah.
But now you're absolutely going to what you can. And PKR having some issues here with the this elbows. There you go. Oh, the Wolfo, sorry. And Mido's house is just a bunch of nothing potentially. Yep, it's nothing.
Nice. Well, not gonna be quite as much of a jet seat potentially. I think I could still be, but unless it was like 2 or 3 items in there, you're not gonna be too worried that it's gonna be a super fast seed.
That angle was slightly off there, but I think it's still okay.
You're getting a lot of nice items early on, though. I mean,
yeah,
it really depends on what their dungeon spread is before you can really call anything.
Definitely what you want to see. You're having some issues here with this jump.
Nice Mido skip for Ryu, first try.
Yeah, well, same for PKR. Did exactly the same thing, I think. Kind of goes to show, though, what you said earlier. You know, that these runners kind of similar, but I think that's definitely showing so far. They kind of approach things the same way, from what I can tell, and they also route very similarly. Though, you know, at this early stage of the game, there's not too many surprises, so...
I think a lot of good players make the same kinds of decisions as they're making right now. There just hasn't been that many things to make decisions on. It's just really just DC, and that's it. They could go into Forest here too, but with Minuet, I think it'd be best if they just went back Child now.
What's up with all of these vanilla songs, man? Oh, PKR is going in though. She's giving it a look. And good on her. I mean, we know Mido's house is nothing. She doesn't. Forty is a stick up. Not too good. Not worth it.
I don't imagine they'll go for that.
Imagine someone just specifically going for like a 40 skull stick upgrade.
It'd be pretty good swag if you can still win.
Yeah, true.
If you're that far ahead that you can just get 40 for swag, and you're probably in a pretty nice spot.
I don't think that's swag anymore. I think that's just BM at that point, isn't it?
Depends who you are. If you're the one doing it, I think it's swag.
Just collect all of the skulls in the game, just because you can, and still win. That's really rubbing it. And RyuuKane having the same idea here. He's also going to check Force. Nice Stalfos. Pretty good. Oh, very nice.
Yeah. And this is why you buy a shield. You might do an early forest dip. And so
Yeah,
see how good Ryu is without a shield here, but...
he's feeding that shield right now. He's like, oh, damn. Wish I had gotten one now. Worth it. And I think she can't go any further than this. Because,
you can. You have hover boots, so it's even in logic. If you could get here in logic. It's out of logic right now because of no Sarias, because of the vanilla minuet.
Right, yeah, but I forgot you can use the hover boots to get onto it. I forgot we had them. Don't see it this often, you know. This doesn't happen that often. An unusual seed so far. Yeah, Ryu without his shield. Going for that Stalfos fight. Let's see how it goes for him. I mean, he has nuts. It's not too bad. It's just a blow, isn't it? See if this pays off for PKR.
That money that she spent farming all the money at Dampe really hasn't made a huge difference at all.
No, it's working in her favor now.
It's fast enough too that I'm not too surprised, but
yeah, it fits her. It fits her modus operandi too. You know, she often just goes for a safe place like that. She wants a shield. She never knows when she needs it. She can find the money. She's not. Oh, it is.
Making their way up to 10 skulls. You're gonna be pretty close here.
Yeah.
All it takes is a child trip to CAC, and then we'll have 10 for sure.
Yeah, the nice thing about doing an early 4 is there's so many skulls, right?
Considering one of the good reasons to dip forest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just the checks, which are many, like the courtyard checks, the ones we're doing now, these are fast. This is the fast part of it. And dense enough that it's, you know, worth considering. And you get a lot of skulls, so if 10 or 20 is required, you know,
if you just assume Sari's is either at Lon Lon or Child as FM, then this is already in logic, so...
Yeah. It's a good chance it is.
Yeah.
Statistically. It could not be. It probably.
It's always good to keep in mind, at least for now, that they're out of logic, but yeah, they're definitely planning for that. Once they get that song, they'll know that this is all in logic at that point.
Yep.
Which I think is the important part there. It's just the knowledge.
Yeah. You need to... But so far, this is not looking like it's anything good. Well, RyuuKane's gonna hate that. He's like, oh damn, there it is.
Well, he didn't buy one, so he's fine. Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. It's like, oh, there you are. And another. All right.
Forest Malky's already in forest, so they should know that once you get bow, there's quite a few items in forest still.
Yeah. Pretty much all the keys are up front, so.
And they're either going GTG or they're going to go Child. What do you think?
I think PKR will go Child.
Yeah, I think like 99% of the time this is a go Child, get your 3-song, get all your easy Sphere 0 checks out of the way. You still have all of that still.
If there's anything I know from PKR and how she plays, she loves to clear Sphere 0. It's just a thing. She seems to be very thorough when it comes to that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pretty long Sphere 0 run from her.
Alright, so looks like at the very least calling Epona.
Yeah, to get to the
Going south.
Well, I will admit I did not expect this, but with the hammer, these checks are relatively okay to do, I guess. But this might be a G play from PKR.
They're all early. So I think clearing field is a pretty fine play.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean you have to go GCG either. It just depends on if you think this is a good play, or if you think how likely it is that your opponent even clears field. It's an area that's very big, but I mean, here's bombs, so...
Hey, it paid off.
Yeah, good play, good play. No, I think it's a fine play regardless if they found anything there. Just super early, so I would probably clear it more often than not.
You also got to consider you got a hammer cat from Sphere Zero. This puts all of this in logic, so why wouldn't you check it quickly, right? And bomb back, so here you go. Yeah, an explosive play, as Papasuki says. An explosive play indeed.
It might not go back child for a while.
Yeah, this changes things a little bit. This definitely at least puts, Fire Temple on your radar.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I would want to check pedestal at that point, because if DC and Fire are both medallions, then well,
yeah, you play
Bolero a little bit more. Yeah, you can be a little bit more sure about your plays that way.
Yeah, and after that you can go to Ganon's Castle once you get your 2 medallions. Like it's all see going from. It seems RyuuKane is indeed checking 2 grottos, but not more than that.
Yeah, not calling Kona.
DKR going back over to the mountain. Will she go into Fire Temple? Maybe. Will she go DC? Probably. Looks like a DC play from her. Now we're seeing the more interesting decisions routing wise though. Like, what are these players going to do now? They did Forest Temple. It's kind of the logical end of their early routing. Like, what are you going to do now? Are you going to go Child? Are you going to go downfield? Are you going to go GTG perhaps? Are you going to do a dungeon? There's definitely options they have at this point, and they're diverging quite clearly at this point. RyuuKane, Child.
DKR going DC is a fairly safe play. She's probably just planning to go there anyway at some point. It doesn't really matter if it's now or early adult too, so not too surprising to see this. Ooh, Prelude on Ocarina of Time. Frog's 2 dead.
Not surprised to see it go DC. It means high density, and from her point of view. Still a bit aggressive though, going Child and getting your songs probably a bit safer, and it's DC is stone.
DC Forest Jabu Stones.
Yep. From what I could tell you. But that doesn't mean this is a bad play. You could still find something. It's high density after all. A good chance.
It's still fine. I mean,
yeah.
I think they might find Bow even in this Child segment, in which case I think a lot of the time you could clear field before you go GTG, assuming they don't have all of the GTG items at that point. So I think he could just run into the bomb bag anyway, but we'll see if that really punishes him or not. There could be another bomb bag too, somewhere else.
Yeah. There's 2 more bomb bags out there somewhere.
As long as they're not bomb locked specifically, you'll have the chance to possibly pick up another one up.
Yeah, the only danger with a hammer is obviously that bomb bags could be bomb, and the one we have found is hammer locked, so that checks out. And most checks in the game, well, I think bombs are the single one most locking thing in the game, so it's a statistically pretty high chance that bomb bags are bomb locked. But
depends. They could find bomb juice too somewhere, and
juice are
find it that way too. So.
Yeah, statistically, there's usually something explosive not, available, but that means there's always one. Obviously, it has to be, otherwise the game wouldn't be beatable. But you know what I mean. Oh, another wallet.
Yeah.
Bring those tunics in. And blue fire, obviously, an option as well. Once you get your bottle.
Interesting to see it at such a free check like that. It's a little concerning. Cackway the hero. Okay.
Cackway of the hero, you don't say.
No, couldn't be a pretty good hit to find. You can be a little bit more sure in your skull pickups for sure. You can go up to 20 pretty confidently now.
Yeah.
Probably do chickens. I mean.
Yeah. In a 1v1 with Cackway of the hero, I wouldn't risk it. I would not risk it. And so far, this DC is just deader than dead.
The hint definitely for Ryu is a little bit more important to find Cackway the hero. Just points to hammer right now, so at a certain point you have to say to yourself, okay, I haven't really found anything. maybe I check everything hammerlocked, and I can do field before I go valley, etc., etc. So they've already done a lot of the hammer checks early on, and crater, DMT, DC.
Yeah.
So besides that,
time to save war. Let's see where child spawn is.
I think it's pretty likely he gets the bomb bag relatively soon. Chop of DMT, okay. Ooh, he gets to go to CAC. Ooh, and get Dampe. It's the right time of day.
Yeah. He set it up even.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, very good thinking ahead. Like he set it to the right time because he knew he was going to save warp, but he wasn't sure. But he was like, I might very well be in CAC, right? So I can just do Dampe right away, and that turned out to be pretty much correct. So that's
for you. He gets this bomb bag a little bit later too. I don't know if he necessarily even goes into DC. So the time spent in DC right now, unless there's something else on King Dodongo here, could just be straight time loss for PKR, just doing it blind.
Yeah, that could be so.
We already know Prelude's on OoT as well, so it's not looking super good. But again, it's one of those dungeons that you almost always do anyway. But it does come down to when does Ryu get a bomb bag? I mean,
nice stick break by Ryu there. You don't see that one very often.
Yeah, pretty quick. You just need to break it against like a slant in the wall, so just have the right angle.
Which he sure did, but you just don't see it done on that spot very often. But he quite well.
I'm gonna turn in Keaton mask, setting up Skull mask for sure.
PKR will do the same, undoubtedly. Does love to go for it.
Oh,
well, there you go.
Oh, not time loss. That's nice. You think she just goes to forest, does it blind, gets another stone? Like, I don't know.
Forest and the stone?
At this point, I think going to GTD would be a really good play.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think GTD at this point is just looking way too appealing.
All in logic, too. All these items.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing that they got is super out, so
no.
I think just because of that, it's a pretty good idea.
Well, there was nothing Forest Temple after all, so it's all in logic at this point.
Yeah.
Except for Minuet, but that doesn't unlock anything, so it doesn't really matter. And is RyuuKane going to do chickens? I think he is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised.
I would not be surprised.
You're already here. When are you going to be back in Child CAC?
Not often. Yeah, he's running for that chicken. Yep. Not too surprised. What's PKR gonna do next? Save warp, obviously, but still. The only appealing choice for Forest right now is that there's a lot of items in there at this point, but it's slow, so I don't know. I wouldn't. Not until I know if it's a medallion or. But that's just me. But I wouldn't be surprised if she goes to GDG at this point. It's definitely looking appealing.
Yeah, she's heading that way for sure.
It's looking like it, isn't it? We'll see though. She might just be taking the horse to RyuuKane. No, that looks like a GTG direction. We'll see though. We'll see. And I do agree with Salty Sponge. Like, being a bow here is like probably one of the worst things you can find here. Like, what you want to find is something like Iron Boots, right? Like something you're going to need, for sure. But bow is still good, especially if all the other ones are locked by the bow. It's still a good item to get regardless. But it's not like the thing you're.
Yeah, bow and bomb bag, I think, could be. I mean, it really depends on where the other ones are. At this point, it's a little bit too early to call, but...
Yeah, but I get what Sponge means. Like, you're hoping to find something, like, of which there's only one. If you knew it's a stone. That's more. Then you know it's required. So it's not a time loss. Now it's a potential. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's too bad they're not playing on minimal. That would make that a little bit clearer.
Oh my god, imagine minimal as a standard setting.
Yeah, no. Anyone S5 minimal? Who's up for that? Minimal BO? Anyone down?
setting. That would be awful.
No plentiful.
I hate
thank
plentiful.
you.
The worst setting.
It's not good. It's not
No,
good.
not chickens. It's bait. It's just a hammer.
Okay,
The
so
only
PKR not going to go to G2G. Definitely going to go child.
Definitely.
Did you really get most of the chickens there and just didn't do the rest? Is that what happened there?
No, he did chicken.
Did he do them all? Okay.
Yeah, it was nothing. Dead.
Must have been nothing. I mean,
Yeah, it was nothing.
I would have skipped it.
There's nothing other than the hammer, as far as we can tell. Might be doing 20 skulls, but
I don't think for the players here, skipping chickens is an option. Really, not. I don't know. It's super risky this part of the tournament.
It's an option as much as taking free time during crunch period in the game, right? It's an option.
Yeah, I know it is.
Though.
But I don't know.
Yeah, Angie only gives you her love.
Ryu picking up Skull Mask.
But only the temporary kind of love, not the permanent love of a heart piece or heart container. Just a recovery heart, temporary love. She's not one to commit.
Yeah,
she already committed to her chickens after.
Okay, we'll see what's on Saria's now. A little weird that they waited to learn what a song is. I mean, ooh, Requiem, pretty good.
And Pink can do bomb tube bowling. That's definitely a small advantage he has. I mean, that, you know, even if the bow is
Market way the hero, yeah.
Even if the bow is not necessary, just the fact that you have a bow, I mean, you know, it might just save you time regardless of it not being a fire bow. You never know. It just might sequence you better, you know, like.
Well, it's just not an open question in your routing, so you'll be a lot more confident in your plays that you can make, knowing that you already have bow. It doesn't matter.
Though the other thing can happen too, like you find a bow and it might actually push you in the wrong direction, because since you have a bow, you're more tempted to go certain ways. I think this happened last time PKR faced off against someone, against Fanta. It was actually looking really good for Fanta, but because he found a certain item, it pushed him in the wrong direction. Because he got a good item too quickly, so he just didn't make certain choices he should have made. So hopefully it doesn't happen for PKR here. So that is a tragic way to go out. Yeah, let's see what's in Skull Map. The nut. A big old nut.
Nothing on the Castle Fairy Fountain. We'll see what's on Bombshy Bowling now.
Indeed, we will. I don't think she's gonna make it in time for Denpei o'clock now, though. That has passed, at least.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm gonna do Richard first. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, get rid of that stupid dog. Right, play Sun Song to get out of the out of the rolling moldy maze, obviously. I love Sun Song, man. That should just be your starting song. Forget random starting song. Just start us up with Sun Song. Oh man.
No, that's my least favorite starting song by far.
Really, I love having it. So.
Yeah, it's not. I'd rather route skulls without suns, because I know other people are gonna have a harder time. So.
What's up?
Not my favorite. Not my favorite. It doesn't open very much. It's nice for your area execution. Fire Temple Foolish. Okay.
Good thing they didn't go down in there then.
But I'd rather start with Song of Storms. Rather start with Requiem. Something a bit more powerful. Slaps a little bit harder.
And Bombshell Bowling is in it. Probably it's starting to look like it's a post.
Yeah, or it's just the wallet. And you need both for King Zora or water.
Oh shit! Yeah, you raise a point there.
Toilet.
Fire Temple. Wait, no, that's not possible, right? Fire Temple is dead. And not oh no, it is required.
It's required, yeah.
Could be for that. Song is on fire again? Nothing. It's just a shadow medallion or a spirit medallion. Sorry. So it's not even forest medallion. I mean, that would have made sense.
I'll be on the lookout for the Kakuri sword, which is MIA still, for Deku, which is Way the Hero, and its forest medallion. So,
right.
First look at Lon Lon. I think it's a little bit late in both players' routes, I think, to get this now, but they did a lot of stuff as adult. They got Bombay, they got Hammer. It opens up a lot, so you're a little bit delayed coming here anyway, so it's fine.
Get some more chickens. The good chicken minigame compared to the bad one.
This one's like pretty medium average. It's like getting popcorn at the movie theater and it's kind of damp. The question, like, it's not crispy, but it's not like wet. It's like damp. It's not damp? 6 out of 10. Like,
damn, what the hell are you guys doing in America with your popcorn? What the fuck?
I don't know. First look at Lake as well with the Serenade.
Yep. And it's kind of like a budget dude, isn't it?
Nocturne at Epona. Well, you're gonna need that.
Yeah, you are. And it's just a nice song to have, isn't it? Not too bad. I mean, with this child, you know, warp looking, or spawn safe warp, it's not too great. But it's not too.
What's not great?
Nocturne is not like amazing, but it's not bad.
It's pretty good. I mean, with the spawns, it's not too impressive, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's not amazing, but it's not. You don't hate it. Why can't you eat popcorn? That's.
Maybe he's allergic to food.
Oh, allergic to food? Issue. Hard to digest. Oh, that sucks.
That's fair.
Popcorn isn't that good.
It's okay. I mean, it depends. Are you gonna get the damp or the dry popcorn?
Well, that puts one more out of the question, at least. got our Goron tunic. Whee! Into the fire. Kiara's rip.
If I were them, I'd be getting pretty thirsty right now for a bottle.
Pretty thirsty for a bottle.
No, you don't know what. I mean, you don't know what's on 30. Kind of freaked out by the market way of the hero, to be honest. I mean, it's You really want to find a bottle so you can confirm whether or not Big Pose has something. What if it's on treasure chest game? What if it is the wallet? Like it.
What is this conversation going on in chat? We're talking about cramps and the runs. Please, chat. Disgusting. Gross.
It's just poo.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about you. Or your weird, damn, soggy popcorn. You. What is chat right now? It's down from all the butter on it.
Oof.
That's Castle Wave the hero. Oof.
Oh. Go do fire. Oh god.
Yeah.
Go to GTG, do something. I mean,
Chat.
both players right now are just still hiking. It's fine. This is pretty required, so either way, doesn't feel that bad. I mean, Ryuu's still without a bomb bag, and it's almost the hour mark, so he's got to be feeling not super great so far about the seed.
Good for it.
Whereas, yeah, PKR is probably feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, a little. She has a bow, too.
Yeah, has a lot of options available. You know that Song of Storms is going to be on something. Not necessarily.
Thank you, Emo, for the deep insight. It's on
well, could be behind Kakuri Sword at Prelude, which is also locking Brendan Cack, or it's behind Letter. So there's still, it doesn't change anything is what I'm trying to say. Like, they're still looking for Letter, they're still looking for Kakuri Sword. It's kind of just been what they've been doing for the last 15, 20 even minutes. And all these hints are just pointing in that direction as well. Ooh, Jabu number 1 is dead, so no dipping Jabu, even if you find Letter in the seed. Going with the full-on circles for the Scarecrow song. It's not too bad. I like that one. Pretty utilitarian. Just spin to win. First look at Lon Lon for Ryu.
Yep. Well, we know what's...
Yeah, I know. I was here.
Oh. Vicky are doing here. Just making the moon go crazy.
Yeah, definitely. I think she's planning to buy some blue fire. Still no bottle in sight.
Yeah. I was gonna say, buy blue fire with what bottle exactly?
I mean, you gotta have the money and then go and buy it immediately, right? You don't want to find your bottle and be like, oh, okay, now I gotta go farm money. It's just not as efficient. It also depends on where you think you might be finding it. I think in PKR's case, it's going to be a little bit closer to just go straight to Fountain more often than not. I mean, you already have ZL, you even have Hover Boots, so even if you didn't have ZL, it wouldn't matter. So I think going towards Fountain area could make a lot of sense. Now, the one thing they can't do is skip over King Zora, not on the bracket for this tournament. So that is something you can do in normal, standard, everyday seeds, but they will need to find this letter one way or another. And if it's the Deku Way, the hero, and it's their first bottle too, really puts a lot of pressure on finding Kakuri Sword, which could be that Ganon's not behind Strength 3. They might still even put Ganon's off because they want to maybe one trip in later. I think it's going to be difficult for them to really route in a way that's efficient. And I think PKR is like kind of juggling the options here of, okay, there's a couple different directions you can go to try to minimize the variance, right? So you can maybe skip an area. And I think that's probably what they're debating right now.
Yeah.
And I think it really depends on what kind of a player you are and who you are in terms of like what you go for. So that also is probably playing into this being a 1v1. If you know your opponent really well, then you can use that a little bit more effectively as information that can help determine where you go in the seed.
Yeah. And
that being said, what would you do in their scenario? You're going to your second adult section. What do you do?
What would I do if I were them?
Yeah.
Cry and ask myself how I ended up in the semifinals of the losers bracket. I have no idea, man. I don't play rando. I have no idea what I would do in this situation. I have
Okay, what do you think is better? I'll rephrase the question for you. It's the same question.
between what?
Oh, you can go Lake here, like BKR is doing. You can use that as a way to go to G2G. Okay.
Yeah.
You could go clear fire, which is barren, so you know that as long as you have the bomb bag and the bow, like PKR has, yeah.
No, definitely. I think I would go
Then
through.
you could clear that, which opens up Ganon's, and you're in a pretty good spot. But you might want to have Scarecrow for fire anyway, in case you have to get to Pierre for like DK there, for example. So
yeah, I would go to lake first, get my Scarecrow song, go to GGG, and then do. Because just look at your items, it just feels like it's pushing you so strongly in that direction. But that's just me. But that's the split these two players are making right now. Ryu is in Fire Temple.
Lake's just a really strong contender right now for the route. Just it sets up all your further plays like Fortress or Fire. No matter what, you're gonna want Pierre just to minimize the risk. So I think Pierre is making the right decision.
You don't need Pierre for Fortress because you have hover boots.
I mean, if Ryu made the same decision, it would even be rewarding for them getting the bomb back at the very least. So coming into Fire Temple this early is definitely risky. Yeah, he knows that it's foolish, but at the same time, I don't know.
It's not gonna be a bomb bag here, that's for sure.
He's hoping for an early Bosky, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
If there's a really late Bosky, it's really gonna be good for PKR, especially if they don't go Valley now. If they're just setting up their fire play right now.
Yeah.
It's they might full clear fire, for instance, so it really comes down to where this PK is for them.
Start a wagon.
I think what you usually see now, though, is this is just setting up a G2G play. Getting more info here at Lake.
Yeah, PKR like well. Wait to hear. Oh, is that Epona? No. Fire Temple.
Yeah, that's not surprising either. I think this is also setting up, by the way, the way the hero Ganon's. I think it's just too risky not to go for it.
Yeah.
Here in this area, you have bomb bag already, bow, like.
Yeah, I was just saying, this is progression. You know you need to do this at some point. You need to go fire regardless, and you need to go Ganon's Castle at some point. G2G, it's still up in the cloud whether you should be doing it or not, right? It's like, you don't know. It's an unknown. So it makes sense going for this first. I just kind of like going for G2G. I'm a big fan of it, personally, so... No, that's a controversial take. That's...
Well, for these runners in this seed, I don't know if that's the right decision. You already know OoT is dead at that point. It's like, well, do you really want to go do your stone dungeons? Okay, maybe not. Do you really want to go to side dungeons? Very much, probably not, but it really depends on how many medallion dungeons are left, right? And how many items you have for them. So, like, looking at the dungeons here, they need Deku, they have Kakuri Sword for that. Okay. Shadow, well, they're gonna need magic and Dins. Alright. Water, they'll need a long shot and a way to get into water, so probably Iron Boots. Right. That's already like 6 items, right?
Right.
And then you also need Strength 2 and Mirror Shield, so like 8-ish items, 9-ish items.
Yeah.
Away. It's...
Yeah, we're still quite far off. On that topic, by the way, Emo, I was going to ask you, what do you think is going to be in Ganon's Castle?
We're going with this again, are we? Let's see if I'm right. I was right last time that I commentated. It was a weekly, and I was like, well, they're just going to find hammer and longshot here.
And they did.
Fire arrows and fire, and that all turned out to be true, but...
They're void.
So, trying to...
Emo. I'm sorry, that's just mean. This is just mean, I'm sorry.
Trying to channel my inner eye, my third eye. I'm trying to open it. Ganon's? I think it's going to be pretty clear. It's just going to be Kakuri Sword, and it's going to be a Dark Trial.
Okay.
Alright. And then Letter will be Strength 3 locked.
Oh, in Light Trial.
That's what I'm going for.
Alright. I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say letter is going to be in one of the accessible trials. And in light trial, this is going to be big. It's not just a lettering. I'm going.
I didn't catch that, sorry.
I'm going to say that there's just a lettering in Ganon's castle, and it's and light trial. Light trial is nothing.
I could see that. I mean, I think it's a little bit less likely that we even need letter at this point.
Because the sword is in Ice Cavern.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Not even going for Stone Jabu?
No. I hate Jabu. Why would I wish that upon myself?
Jabu's great. What are you talking about?
It's awful. I hate Jabu. It's the inside of a fish, man. I don't want to be in there. There's intestines and shit and gross sounds and there's these jellyfish. I hate jellyfish. No, I don't like it. I don't want to go to jail. Also, hot take, I just don't like Princess Rudo in any age, in any shape. I just don't want Rudo. Rudo is for surfing on a plate with some roasted deku nuts and the leaves of a deku baba. That's what Rudo is for.
It's a bit extreme, but I don't know. I like Finding Nemo, man. So Jabu just reminds me that I'm like a little fish inside Jabu, and I'm killing all these little small creatures with my little boomerang. Like, I don't know. It jives well.
Now, that's the only good part of Jabu is that you get to use Princess Rudo as a weapon. I love throwing her around and killing things with her. That is definitely a good part about Jabu.
Just a little fish, man.
A woman. She's a fish woman. She's called Princess Rudo, but you don't know.
As for Rudo, yeah, Rudo can go away. But,
yeah, you hate the sound she makes right when you carry her, like, ah!
I don't let her do that. That's not allowed.
See, that's the only part of Rudo I like.
No.
No.
Jabu, though? Jabu's great.
Oh, no.
Like Jabu. He's a good guy.
And RyuuKane is getting his bow here. Good on him.
I mean, how do you fall into a fish feeding a smaller fish? How does that happen?
Get sucked in.
How does that happen?
Get big lungs.
Just like stand like 20 feet away and then just like, I don't know.
Pretty sure you stand.
Swing the fish toward him. Like, why do you have to stand 5 feet in front of this gigantic thing? Like, it never made sense to me why Rudo gets sucked in. It just doesn't make sense.
She doesn't get sucked in. She wants to get sucked.
How did she mail the letter? How did that happen? Explain that. How did it not get to King Zora? Having to pass him.
He pooped it out.
Going into Fountain. Where's she gonna drop the letter? Into Jabu? You're already in there. It's not gonna.
Do you think that the King Zora could even grab a bottle? They've just seen how small his arms are and how slow he moves.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad for you here. Doesn't have explosives, has no way to get to that bow on King Dodongo. So unless they go Southfield, they could even just go straight to G2G even. So this does not look great for Ryu so far.
Yeah, but also, it's even going to come back here. Like, if he finds bombs, are you going to go DC, which is a stone, again? I don't think...
It's going to explore other options, surely, before then, but I think eventually you'll have to come back here. I mean, we haven't seen any other bow.
Yeah.
Seems fairly likely. At this point, there's not that many things left, unless it's on 30 or something like that. 20 maybe, but... yeah, not looking great here for you. Can still come back from this. There are still other bows, still other bomb bags. There are bomb chews. I mean, he can go buy bomb chews. That might push him towards G2G.
Right, yeah. Definitely.
It's going late.
It's going late. Yeah, we need to hope for if you're a RyuuKane fan, you're hoping he's gonna find a boat somewhere else, because that one in DC, I don't think he's gonna be finding that one anytime soon.
Not likely. Not likely.
No. At this point, very unlikely. Oh, there's the boat.
There's the BK. Yep.
Get out of here. PKR, get out.
Does not know it's foolish.
Oh, she doesn't know? Oh.
At least go up to the shortcut, then probably leave at that point. But could even stay to full clear, depending on how they, what their thoughts on fire are.
I don't know, PKR does like to go pretty thoroughly through things, so I would not be surprised to see a full clear fire.
No,
But,
gonna go for the boss, yep.
yeah, good. That's good. I like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
background.
PKR's side of things, she doesn't have any foolish dungeons. No foolish hints whatsoever right now. All they know is that Market, Deku, Kake, and Ganon's are all way the hero. Both players know that, but the fire foolish being at Valley, I think it was, is it's not likely that PKR gets that anytime soon. I mean, if they go to GTG, it is possible they get that.
I think PKR is kind of having this gut feeling it might be Baron because there's fuck all in here. So she might just be like, it's probably foolish, or there's a good chance. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna bail.
Depends on how many keys they found too, but there's not even that many items anyway at this point in fire. If you get at least the shortcut chests, so. Yeah. Not likely that you come back to fire if you leave at this point.
Fire is always foolish, you said, but it's not true. Very, very good take there. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I think for sure she's going to go to Gans before GCG, though. Like,
once a year.
Kind of the whole reason they go for. I mean, this is all progression anyway, and
yeah. No, I was just going Ganon's castle. It's way. Why would?
It'd be really risky to skip out on a way of hero area and go in GTG, but I could see it. I mean, I could see people making that decision. It really depends on if you really want to one-trip Ganons and try and do that.
I can see it too. I don't think it's going to happen for PKR, but I mean, I can see RyuuKane going to GGG at this point. I can definitely see it.
I mean, I don't know where else they'd be going at this point. I mean, they could get the bomb bag, then they can make a decision from there, but it seems pretty likely they would just go GCG instead of clearing out DC for the third time.
You could decide to go to Fire Temple. I can see
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Already knows it's foolish and it opens up Ganon, so
yeah.
You run into this bomb bag. I could see just playing Bolero.
Yeah.
You might not need GCG at all in a seed like this. Yeah. It could be 2-3 items in Ganons, and then, well, shit, now you can go do 2 dungeons, and what if there's another item in there? Well, okay, I don't have to go GCG at all. That's totally possible. Not likely, but it is possible.
That's kind of why we always say to people, focus your progression.
Yeah, no, progression is always... pretty much always good. Depends on your sequencing, of course. You can sequence things, in which case you can skip a couple things here and there, or save a few minutes here and there. But aside from that, it's always pretty much a sure thing.
Just kind of limits all your options as well. Like if you focus your progression, like, did you do that cave already? Okay, he's gonna get his bomb back, so that's good. Finally, a ray of sunshine for RyuuKane.
And we'll be picking up the bomb bag in South Remote Grotto. Not a very late time to pick up something like this in this location, so I think it really depends on if you go clear everything with Hammer when you got it so early in the seed. Eventually you get that Cackway the hero, and yeah, I think it just is going to point you there anyway, but... in terms of, like, at what minute do you do Hammerlock checks like Field? Because it can be kind of slow. But with the Pona start, I mean, they had to Pona on free ZL. So I think with that taken into account, it might have been better to clear Field a little bit earlier. But it's not even that late to really clear something like this. It's just happened to be the only bomb bag, I guess, there.
If GTG is something really strong, that could be big for RyuuKane. Because I don't see PKR going to GTG anytime soon. In her position.
Oh, no, she'll just go after Ganons. I mean, where else are you going to go? Stone Forest? Stone Forest after you already do a courtyard clear? I don't know.
See. But it really depends on what's in Ganon's, right? But, I don't know, something good in there, like a PV sword.
Somewhat. I mean, yeah, it still needs to find another bow. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go to DC and possibly last location it.
Oh, that's for RyuuKane, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see PKR going. RyuuKane, yes. Or yeah. He's just getting
First look into Way of the Hero Ganon's here. I think PKR is definitely going to do bow extension to hit the switch. Doesn't have to buy bomb tubes that way.
Doesn't have to, so
yeah.
Bow extension is a common like thing at this point.
Yep, it's an allowable trick that you can use in standard.
Sure, it's the only place where it's useful.
One of the few places, yeah.
There you
if
go.
you had your spirit and stuff like that, then you can also use it there. But we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Not here.
It doesn't go up very often. Key, okay, not what you want to see. it just makes light trial statistically more likely to have something good. Oh, hey! I got one!
Ooh. Alright.
Prophet spell. Prophet spell. I would just need light trial to be nothing. Nothing at all, and then I'm... Just guys. Any T-Risk subs here? Any T-Risk ice emotes?
He hasn't, I mean... We haven't seen Water Trial yet, so I could still be right. I'm not conceding yet. I'm not conceding.
In what's it called?
The what?
You said there was a letter in Light Trial.
Well, I did say Kakuri Swords in Water Trial, though, so we can both be right somewhat.
Still both be right. I'd just be righter than you.
Yeah. Oh, how often does that not really happen, though?
Not often, I'll admit that much.
Okay.
You're usually right instead of me. That's why I get so excited when I get something right, because it's such a special.
Stick? Okay, stick. Not Way of the Hero, but up a stick. No, it's not bad.
Good. Can't have enough sticks, can you?
Love sticks. Sticks are good.
Especially if you don't have a PV sword, which is not going to be in Water Trial.
We'll see.
Oh, it's not there. I promise.
I can't concede. I can't concede.
Only letter in Ghana.
All right, it's a magic.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. See, there's 2 items already in Ganon's. I mean, it's.
It also makes a great suggestion, by the way. What if that letter is only there for bottles to the big boss? What is that the only reason you get it?
You even have Roars in this situation, so this is a great spot to be in.
Well, you guessed nothing right, and I did guess something, so I think I win this one. The PinkKittyRose fans are coming out in force in chat. I mean, they're always here when PKR is racing. They're more numerous than ever today. So we know PKR has a lot of fans, but you know, let's hear it from the RyuuKane fans. Who here is rooting for RyuuKane? Let yourself be heard in chat. Don't let PKR fans dominate the chat. Jeez, that's a lot of them.
A lot of fans. A lot of fans.
A lot of PKR subs in chat. There is a lot of them. Holy crap.
They're packing the stands with you only see Pink up in the stands here today.
Thank you. But it's not about me, it's about the runner. So far this GTG is just oh well, there you go.
Ooh. Nice second strength for Ryu in GTG.
Just for the Dr. Ord, I mean, it's exactly what you need right now. Opens up 4 more checks for RyuuKane. PKR does have some pretty nice emotes. That.
Won't be able to get the 20 skulls here unless she kind of goes out of the way for them.
You can bring the pain. What a slogan! I love it. That's amazing. RyuuKane, bring the pain. It sounds like a wrestler when you say that. Oh, dear fire! That's a big one.
Here's Ryu with the metal chair. Oh, it gets Dens and Strength 2 out of it. Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay, that is huge, though. That is definitely the lifeline that RyuuKane is looking for right now. That will definitely, so long as PKR doesn't go GTG, that will definitely keep him alive. Until he finds that damn bow. He definitely needs him on at this point. So, every time we find something that isn't a bow, the chance of it not being bow locked are going down.
PKR buying beans.
Yeah.
It's going to plant it at river. Okay.
It's time when you go up here for Ice Cavern.
Well, I mean, you find Letter and Way the Hero or Ganons, and
yeah,
I don't know.
It could just be bait. This could be a one hell of a bait. At least that should do big. Ooh, it's hard.
It's still in logic to go turn it in, so at this point, probably set for Auras and Jabu would probably be a fairly safe thing to do. Ooh, yeah, nice. Would be better if Ryu just didn't go Southfield, but won't be able to capitalize on that quite as much. But Strength 2 and Den's up, those are both required items, so
yeah, exactly. And
might not
go into logic too. Ooh,
yeah. I don't think. Ooh, slingshot too.
I'm not saying Spear is a great choice, but he can enter it. That's eyeball frog.
Eyeball frog on 30, is that?
Ooh! Oh, okay. Wow, this GTG, man, it's loaded.
Okay then. Well, I guess. Hey, Ryu's coming back in style.
Yeah, that is a massive find.
Just needs a bow. A bow. Like, if the bow's anywhere else and not DC, it's so good for him.
Yes, bow in here, even. That could be. It's not a thing.
Yeah, could. There could be.
He can't get it, though. He doesn't have access to it. He needs a bow to get the bow. But this definitely, RyuuKane was looking pretty bad, but now that is definitely what he needed right now. RyuuKane is bringing the pain.
Well, could he buy his bomb shoes? I think he could, especially if he has Shadow on his mind. He's not very far away from being able to clear something like that.
He just needs a magic machine. which
get it. If he clears fire, he just got bomb back not too long ago. I think he's going to go fire, clear it out, go Gans, get magic. At that point, PKR will probably be in ice or fountain, probably just something like that. So
also consider that RyuuKane is probably thinking that Bo might very well be inside of Deku.
Could be, yeah. I think he's going to go Deku first for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can. So, and you can. So.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But it's a key, according to chat. I don't know if that's true.
I think he's going to go into Spirit.
Oh, well, he has strength too. Like I said, it is an option for him at this point. A bit of a weird choice, though, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
It's an okay option. I mean, you won't be able to get all the checks here for sure. And you won't be able to one-trip it now, but I think if I were in a situation, I would just go back Child, go to Deku. It seems like the most heads-up play. Yeah, it opens up Ganon, so you're right there when you go back Adult. And then from that point, you can go to, hopefully find a bow and clear fire or something else, whatever's way to hero in Ganon. So, yeah, I don't know. Not buying bomb shoes is a little weird.
A little. Though he has 3 bombs.
Because if you don't find bow, you can clear Shadow that way, as long as you know the trick for it, which I'm fairly confident I think Ryu knows. I don't know if he wants to do it, but...
PKR getting the hints, and I'm probably setting for his wins in Jabba.
Second cannon sand again.
Just a reminder, in case you had one, which is what brought you here.
I think both players found the Jabu #1 dead. I know Ryu did. I don't know if PKR did. We'll see here.
Good question. No, well, I don't think she's going to go deep anyway, because she has no boomerang. Just setting the first win and getting out, I guess. Yep,
okay.
Makes sense. We've already checked the fairy fountain.
Yeah, it's pretty nice for your adult movement when you come to Ice Cavern. If you do decide to do that, you don't have to go all the way to the back. You can just go straight for the iceberg and then go straight to ice. Just saves a little bit of time. You get this hint stone too. It could be extra knowledge for you.
We need it. And we're already out of spirits. I think Ryu just wanted to know if he was going to be key locked, which it turns out he is.
Yeah, if I were in PKR shoes, I don't want to go adult as soon as possible too with this bottle. Make sure the big pose isn't something too.
It is something, right? Oh well, it could be the chest.
Might not be.
Right?
The wallet could be for clearing King Zora, not for the item that he has, but just to do. Well, I guess no, that doesn't make any sense because we already know Big Ron's dead. Yeah. Well, yeah, it could just be for what it's on King Zora, you know. Could happen. Okay, what if you find Boomerang on King Zora? Then do you go to Stone Shabu?
Yeah, probably I would, yeah.
That'd be pretty concerning to find. Yeah.
Be a meme.
Not what you want to be finding. It's like PKR is going to go to Spirit, though. Makes a lot of sense. Yep.
Just want to check it, right? You want to make sure.
Well, if you're playing it as safe as you can, and I think PKR is...
Yeah, I'd like to play it.
You just do the first 2 and then leave.
Yep.
But you don't even have strength at this point, so she probably does all of Child Side, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The key logic could even end up in a certain way where she finds another strength, but it's strength 2 locked or something.
Yeah. And yeah, I think anyone meant wallet is for shooting. It can't be for the key more because we have letter.
Or the 3rd strength is just not strength locked. It could just be wherever.
Yeah, true. Could be.
And it could not even be required yet. There might not be something in Light Trial. We've already found 2 items in Ganon's Way the Hero. We still have Deku Way the Hero, and looks like Ryu is going to go back Child now. Going to be heading back towards Deku, I'd imagine.
I don't even know if that magic is Way of the Hero yet, because there could be another magic somewhere out there, in which case...
Yeah. Well, it's the same case for Letter. You don't want to be like full in on ladder and like rush ice necessarily. I think that'd be really risky. Yeah. And you have GTG still available as a really huge option. It's one of the best areas for PKR right now on the map, just in general. So I would not be surprised to see. Yeah, well, we know it's great, but in PKR shoes, she doesn't know it's great. She doesn't know anything about GTG. Haven't been out there yet. So, yeah, I just think it's so likely. Eventually, she's going to go there once she runs out of options.
I think so.
Now, is that going to be before or after going to Ice Cavern? I think she's going to go to Ice Cavern.
I think so too. I think she's thinking about it at least.
I mean, clearly already set it up, so.
We'll see if it's a good play or not. That still remains to be seen. She did put the flower down, which highly suggests her intention is to go do it.
I remembered what I was going to say about Eyeball Frog, by the way. Being on 30 skulls, it's definitely in reach of both players. They have at least 20, or they're very close to 20. And you know it's only 10 skulls away. If you're already planning to go to Ice, you could set it up in such a way where you just grab skulls and then you can frog warp there to Ice and save time that way.
You picked up some bombs. Good.
So this is definitely a lot of edges you can gain in a seed like this. We'll see which way the runners kind of weave in and out here.
More sticks? No upgrades. Only sticks. She's climbing further.
Alright, it's progression. You don't know if there's going to be an item here necessarily, and it could be strength. Could be required to just come here as child to find it.
You're right.
So you don't want to run the risk of, okay, I'll just get this later, or I don't have everything now to clear it, so I'll just come back later for these 1 to 2 checks. But I mean, you already see that on RyuuKane's side. That could really hurt you routing wise. Like if it's just a pain in the ass to go back to DC, for example, for him. Might not get that bow ever, or it might be last location. And he's found enough items now to where he can clear a lot of things before he even goes back there. So
low on the list of priorities for him right now. Very low. Yeah. Pretty much near the bottom, I would say.
Like, I don't think it's 0% that you don't get Eyeball Frog in the scenario, if you're on PKR's side here.
Yeah, doesn't seem unreasonable. Doesn't seem highly likely either, but I can see it.
Actually, I think it's more likely Ryu gets it.
Oh.
He's a little bit over 20, and PKR's not quite at 20 skull. And I think it'll be a while before he even gets letter. Might not have any other better options at that point.
Ooh.
But in terms of, like, he hasn't really cleared a lot of DC as adult, so those would be really easy to pick up. Hasn't gone to Deku yet. He could pick up the skulls here if he really wanted to.
So what's in Deku?
So
what's in Deku? What do you think? Oh, he's tapping into his third eye.
What was the question?
Deku.
Ooh. The Curry Forest is foolish, though.
Well, you know, my house is nothing. Guess that's predictable.
Puts Ryu in a really comfortable spot here. He's already gone GTG, found quite a few items there. As long as nothing's bow locked there,
sure,
could be ahead on items. And Deku's pretty fast. He's going to have a lot of good options available after this.
But what's in here, though? I'll ask. A boomerang.
Boomerang, yeah.
All right, we're all in on boomerang. Let's see it. Oh,
ooh.
Iron Boot.
Womp womp. Womp. Just some boring pairs of clunkers.
Hey, there could still be a boomerang here. We still have plenty of checks left to go. Don't you go assuming there's nothing in here just because Fang Eye. Yeah, I mean, what the Iron Boots do fulfill the way of the hero, at least. Kokiri? Oh, Greg. And Kokiri's sword is in GTG. In the like. Ooh, 200 rupees. Filling up that wallet. Excuse me.
Come on, Boomerang. What goes around comes around. Let's go, baby.
Literally, in the case of Boomerang.
Be a pretty cool split, Iron Boots and Rang, in way to go Deku. That'd be really weird.
What you gonna do now?
Yeah.
Choose.
Some nice bomb shoes, though.
He bought some earlier.
Bails him out of buying them. No, I didn't. I don't think he bought them earlier.
He bought them. Yeah, he bought the market.
Oh, did
but
he?
It's a
market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you doubt me, emoji? Boomerang. 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 I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. I still believe. Nicely timed.
Yeah, I mean, he's going for 30.
He is going.
Don't know if he found the 30 yet. I know we saw PKR get that, but
I think he got the 30 hit, yes. So,
okay. Yeah, he might be setting up the ice play if he finds letter in the future, which we know he probably will.
Probably will, yeah. He probably will right after we're done with Deku.
Yeah.
What you? Man.
All right.
No, that's not all right. I want
Deku pretty nice to the runners. Outside of, just one of your heroes is just Iron Boots. It's not.
That's not great.
Not really that appealing. Yeah, it's pretty whatever.
Pretty whatever. It's putting it mildly.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have any scales whatsoever, so it's not like gold scale is a possible opportunity for them at this point. They're still missing both of those, so
yeah.
Don't think they're gonna really be caring too much either way.
All right, here we go. One cycle Goma, let's do it.
I don't know. Goma has all these like boomerang-like appendages, so I think that's a sign.
Boomerang-like appendages. What kind of boomerangs have you seen?
They're triangles. They're all triangles. I guess everything in this game looks like a triangle, but
everything in it. That's how 3D graphics work.
It's a Triforce, baby.
Triforce. You know why they went for the Triforce, by the way? Because rendering quads is just too much processing power for Nintendo 64. They couldn't do the quad force. That's just too much. Had to be
All right, Picard. It's gonna go. Maybe has the choice of going to Fountain, going to Ice, or going to GTG. I think they've really set up Ice Cavern, so they're probably just gonna head that way.
I love this.
We'll see.
Boomerang appears. You rang. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Cliffy. I like it.
Alright, gotta do a big pose for PKR before making any rash decisions. Clear some more checks and weigh the hero market. Makes a lot of sense. You've really only found wallet there so far, so
yeah, I would
333 in the wallet.
Starting to look pretty unlikely that it's the wallet at this point too. It would have to be for Zora Tunic and nothing. And okay.
Oh, no, that's a huge strength.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's not strength 3 levels. That lets you really big. But let's pick up some pretty big rocks.
Gonna have to go to GTG for those.
Yeah.
And it's also hinted, so Ryu's in a fine spot either way. He's probably gonna do that upon finding letter, emptying it, then going back.
Yep, yeah, you're right. Okay, I need to take a really. Can you handle for alone?
Sure.
All right, I'll be back.
Starting to wonder where this mirror shield's gonna pop up now. If Ryu can get another bow somehow before going back to Dodongos, he's putting off going back to Ganon's, so at least partially. Gonna do Goron City as Child first. We see more of Spirit Temple. Yeah, finding another bottle right now actually could be the biggest thing to find. Oh, and there's another bottle. Let's go, Ryu. Let's go, Ryu. He's gonna get that third strength. He's gonna one-trip Ganon's. Look at this. Heading straight there. If there's gonna be a bow and light trial, that'd be the biggest thing that Ryu could find here. Beyond additional progression items, but you know. Looks like he's gonna... He already has a shield, is he? Oh, he's buying the blue fire now. Wow. He's not even going for big pose. Interesting. Going for Child Spirit. Makes a lot of sense. It would be as safe as possible in this situation. The loser of the match is out of the tournament, so... The runners here, also being a pretty high stakes match, they're going to go against what the hell's happened in the next round for the winner. And then the winner of that goes on to face Sponge and Grands, but... Checking out the big room here in Spirit. Yeah, fairly sure that PinkKittyRose set 4 is in there. They save quit to the entrance and set it there, I think. They also set the one in Jabu. I'm pretty sure I saw a Ganon's one as well. There's the boss key for Spirit, so it has enough keys and the BK. So Twin Rove is available as long as they can find where Mirror Shield is. They still need that. They still need Long Shot. These Irons Way the hero makes me a little freaked out, so I think you could even see an Ice Cavern play. I could totally see it here. Just to see what's on the bottom there. In Fountain, but... PKR has not gone to GTG. That's one of the big things that Ryu has an advantage on, at least for now. Found Strength, Dins, and Kakuri Sword there. Whereas Ryu is still missing Magic and potentially Letter. We don't know if that's required yet, but those PKR found in Ganon's before Ryu, but Ryu does have the option of going for Big Pose, but already bought that blue fire with the bottle they found from Child Goron City, so don't know if they really intend to... it's kind of a weird play now that I think about it. Like, It could just get Blue Fire and Ganon's and its way the hero, so I'm not sure why they did that, but...
Oh, dear. Oh, we're double spirit.
Hey,
boomerang.
there's the boomerang.
Boomerang?
Our favorite triangle.
Oh, it's trying. But where's the bow? The other bows. What
Yeah,
happened
we
there?
haven't seen Eddie yet. I mean, we haven't even seen a bow lock, though.
No. The bow and the point. And that's slowly but surely starting to become more of an issue, actually. At some point,
Yeah.
he's gonna need a bow. Like, there's no avoiding it. Finding arrow, no bow. Hey, maybe emo. Maybe no one told us, but it's actually is secretly minimal.
What do you call a missed call from my parents?
A missed call from your parents?
Yeah.
A problem.
No, it's a boomerang. Boom.
Oh, Jesus, that's awful. And I will laugh.
Well, I think PKR is going to go GTG at this point.
Yeah.
Make sure to hydrate, everybody. Water's your best friend.
Got some. Hydration is better than.
Water's great, man. I love water.
Water. I mean, dogs are nice, but water keeps you alive. Do dogs keep you alive? I don't think so.
I mean, they're also like 95% water too, right?
Yeah, but you can't drink a dog.
I mean...
Emo, no. Don't do it. Dogs are not for drink. RyuuKane's out of here.
So PKR is going to eventually stumble upon the third strength, Aden's, and Kakuri Sword, opening up Deku, which is progression, opening up Shadow completely, which is progression.
I am
We'll be seeing lots of dungeons here in for the time being.
It's looking pretty good for PKR now that it's just going GG. RyuuKane really just needs to find a bow at this point. And he needs to hurry it up. Still hasn't been to Ganon's
Way the hero Ganon's, yeah.
Imagine that's gonna happen now.
He's making his way there. He's going as fast as he can. I mean, he did Child Spirit, which you kind of want to do now and not in the future Child segment. Hopefully you don't have to go back Child.
Yeah.
It'd be like this, so...
Go
he's doing what he can to just clear as many things out of the way so he doesn't have to come back here.
Does PKR have today? We're about to. Slow but safe. Oh, okay. All right, that's some good aim.
No, I'm just making the harder shot and almost getting a 2,000.
It makes you wonder why
Pretty
she
cool.
went for the pots at all. Go for the target.
And you used to have slow strats.
Get another upgrade, that's all you get for it. It's a good shot though. It's a lot of points. One day someone will score 2,000.
Alright, Ryu's heading to Ganon's now.
Yeah, he is. Makes sense. It took him long enough. I love the white tunic. I'm a big.
It's pretty plain. Not a lot going on.
How does he keep it so white? You know, like he's slaying monsters, rolling over the ground, but it's just pristine. How does that happen? I read anything white, and it's like dirty in like 2 seconds, and I just sit in a chair. So.
Hey, he doesn't even have magic yet in the seed, so really big question. Big question, yeah.
What's he gonna do after he gets it? Is he gonna go Shadow Temple, you think? Without bow? It's possible.
Okay, now he's got magic.
He's got it now. And
All right, well, I'm not going to question it now, but that's totally fine.
Blue magic bar. So now the French colors are really complete. When are we gonna add a setting that should change the color of the border around the magic bar?
I don't know.
I need my aesthetics. Hello.
Do we really need that though?
Oh, long shot.
Ooh,
That could be bad. How likely is RyuuKane to come back here though? That is pretty big.
well, it's gonna need a bow for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not GG yet, Chad, but that's a big advantage in favor of PKR.
Pretty big advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a Forest Wind here for Ryu.
Where is the mirror? Going.
That is a great question.
Yeah, on the boomerang chest.
It's gonna be in shadow. Come on.
No. Nothing in shadow because it's part.
Could be Stone Jabu. Definitely could be.
I think it's stone.
I could see it being in Light Trial. I mean, I think that's where PKR is likely to go at some point.
Be there.
Probably just gonna go straight to Shadow, I'd imagine. After GTG though.
Yeah. Get another dungeon done.
There's the Strength 3 for PKR.
There's letter. RyuuKane's not liking that, I'm sure. He's like, oh, really? It's not what you want.
I mean, while you were gone, he found another bottle in Chao Goron City. He was on the Rolling Goron.
Does RyuuKane play on a Mac? That looks like the Mac.
I don't know.
Someone in chat.
Okay.
Ooh, she bailed. Oh no. Oh
I
no.
mean, you find the dens, you go Shadow. Makes a lot of sense.
It does.
In terms of
it's not the
who's
right.
gonna go. Yeah, pretty sure she also has Forest Wind there, though, right?
I think so.
So I think it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe to just do this right now.
It is.
There might not be anything else in GGG from her perspective. So
yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad play, but from our perspective, It's a little monk ass.
I mean, I think it's more likely you go back GTG than anything else.
Yeah, that's. I agree. It's pretty dense still. What's left there? And quick.
It's one thing if you didn't have Furores, maybe you do the rest of GTG at that point.
Oh, great. 2 players in Shadow. All right, time to take a nap.
Nice.
That's like how long? 10 minutes? That's like enough to half an episode of like.
They're more or less even with each other, though. It's really only the bow that's causing grief for Ryu right now.
Long shot, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you find bow, way more likely to just go there.
Is it, though? How likely is he to go back to GDG? He hasn't got much left in there.
There's a few items that he knows about.
Yeah, but like...
There's might be logic.
He has no Furor's wins, so it's not like the most obvious.
You can just reverse there, though. It's not that bad. It's an option for him.
I don't know. Maybe like there's still like archery, of course. That's 2 more checks.
Unless you're saying that you should go to Stone Jabu, right? Is that where?
No.
Ice Cavern. I mean, what else is he supposed to do?
I don't know. Kokiri sword and potentially other things. We don't know. There's still checks in GTG we haven't seen yet. What song is that? Ice? We don't. Right. Yeah, it's a good play. I mean, it's just a bit. From our perspective, like, there's at least a chance you might not go back. Like, it's unlikely, but there's a chance. And that's scary. That's scary enough for me. I've seen worse things, chat. I've seen bad things happen to runners. It's not pretty. Yeah, I agree, Dot. So there's pretty much everything is pretty much open at this point. There's no hints left. There's no real direction. Still looking for items. Just a terrible situation for the runners to be in. But here you go. It could be anywhere. Awful. Classic S4, yeah. I think this is the aspect of S4 people like the least. Because S4 does have a bit of a tendency to bias towards seats like this. You know, it has its good parts, but this is definitely the thing people like less about it.
It's fine. There's not that much available to them.
That's.
It's not like it's a 5-6 dungeon scenario. Everything's open. Good luck. But
yeah.
Not quite there. Song of Storms we still don't have, so...
Yeah, we do have it. It's on deck on the 4th medallion. RyuuKane's got it now.
Does he? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. And welcome CSR2, 98 Raiders. It's a lot of Raiders.
Yeah, welcome to Double Shadow, everyone. We just see PKR being a little bit ahead on execution.
Yep.
That's about it so far. There is an item discrepancy between the 2 runners here. In GTG, there's also a Kakuri sword that PKR did not pick up because upon finding Dins, went straight for Shadow Progression, which...
Does have for worse, though, so...
Yeah, it's a pretty safe play, and then meanwhile, Ryu does not have bow, a much bigger problem. And that's on King Dodongo. And didn't have bombs, and already DC 2 times, so seemingly a lot less likely to find that. It really depends on how they clear up the map. You could see going there instead of GCG, or there could be even a few other options as well.
We could still find.
So,
I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I wanted to say impossible.
Yeah. I mean, there could just be a bow and shadow.
Yeah. And there could definitely very well be a bow and shadow.
Like here in the Crusher room, I could see it.
I can see it too. Yeah. No. Unfortunately, the bow as an item just doesn't lock them. So there's a good chance that Ryu will find something. Should be okay. Can bow be in deep fire when fire is barren?
I mean, it'd have to be bow locked, which it can be. If the keys line up correctly, you might need bow for a small key on map chest, like just a 50.
Fair.
So if anything's past that, a bow could be there.
Jay Santino in the randomizer has options to customize some appearances in the game, like the button. It's allowed because it's part of the official randomizer, so and it doesn't make any impact to gameplay. So it's something we.
Not for gameplay, we'll see. Soon the color can matter depending on what you do as far as glitches, but
yeah, but I don't think it matters in standard rule set.
No.
Yeah, that missing bow is the big gap right now. It's kind of all coming down to that at this point. How much will Ryu be set back by it? Right now, it's not too big an issue, because there's plenty you can do without the bow. But we already know we need both long shot. We obviously need both to finish the game. But, we don't know, maybe Mirror Shield is bow locked as well.
See a nice setup here for the hallway with fans.
Oh yeah.
A few different ways you can change the angle of the camera. Allows for a pretty nice timing for cycle in here to just do what you're seeing here. No iron boots usage, just goes right straight through it.
But you can do that if you as long as the timing is right, it's no problem. And any runner at this point in the tournament will do this.
Ooh. Nice scale.
Use the two at this really. But that's nice to see, I guess.
It's gonna have a little bit of impact on a few things logically, but not really anything to write home about. I mean, they found bombs fairly easily, and that was only hammerlock, so.
Also, we know what iron boots are, so it's like, I mean, they're not likely to go child them anymore, so they just have very limited use of it.
It's all fun in games until Lab has something.
Iron boots will get you there as well. Not logically, but who cares?
Sure, but you should know where the logic's pointing at the same time, so things like scales, slingshots, that all matters still.
I will definitely agree on that.
I mean, you don't have to open the front door to get into a house. You can break through the window. You can tear off the whole side of a wall if you really want to, but... So it doesn't matter as far as if you stay in logic, but it matters what you do with that knowledge.
Sure.
You can go down the chimney if you're Santa Claus. I mean, there's so many possibilities.
And I wish I had more insightful commentary to give you at this point, but it's just like, where's the mirror shield and where are bows?
Depends on, yeah, a lot of dungeon prioritization and how they kind of value each area they have left in terms of checks. Because they both have kind of a patchy map of things that they've dipped, but they haven't gotten everything there.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryu already bought a blue fire when he was a child before he went to Ganon, so I think it's in the back of his mind to go Fountain, but he would have to turn in the ladder anyway, so...
Yeah, yeah.
And at that point, you would be in Market, you'd be right next to Big Pose, Market's way the hero. I think it'd be risky to just not do Big Pose at that point for him, but... They're nearing the end of Shadow here now. Almost up 2 for their Shadow progression medallion. Now PKR still has to go Deku.
True.
So it doesn't have that Kakuri sword yet from G2G. So all of that's closed to it. At this point, you have the choice of going Ice or G2G, clearing that up. They've already found so many items in G2G anyway. Ice is very much untouched right now. There could be Mirror Shield there for sure, but then I think the seed doesn't get any easier if there's a Mirror Shield in Fountain because of this spread of items. They're just kind of everywhere, so...
Yeah.
Might be seeing kind of a full clear kind of a situation. I could definitely see that, depending on how they route it here.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'm commentating, so it's probably an awful... That seems to be more true than anything. You always go on about, oh, it's a star special, but honestly, if I'm on comms, prepare for an awful. Honestly, that seems to be more likely. Seems to happen all the time.
It doesn't necessarily matter who rolls it. It matters how the players play it. That's what it really comes down to for this tournament here.
Very true.
Bongo here. We'll see if PKR can one-cycle it with Master Sword. Oh, getting grabbed. Getting grabbed.
Oh, you hate to see it, don't you? She almost got hit. Oh, nice one-cycle though. Nice recovery.
Nice. Yeah, it's important to not get too flustered, remain calm. Easier said than done, for sure.
Yep. Always stay calm. Deep.
All right, we'll see Ryu. See if they can get a one-cycle themselves as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
You look at the heart counts, though. PKR has definitely got an advantage on checks. He's done more things than Ryu has at this point in the seed.
Don't you just hate doing this with a boomerang? I mean, with a push.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It is definitely a little weird. Oh, that's not going to be a one-cycle.
No. Oh, no, it is.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice timing.
All right. Oh. Pretty tight.
These players.
Yeah, it's part of why they've made it this far in the tournament, for sure.
They're not missing a beat. Sorry. Beat cost. I don't know if you could hear that chat, but Emo Soda left the channel.
Oh no, there's another bow. Did you see that?
Yeah, fire. It composed a grave, right? I mean, Ryu is probably gonna get that now, isn't he? check
I mean,
it.
he's right here.
Yeah. He's
Right here.
It's like, oh yeah, I should probably check. No. Oh.
Woo, okay. All right.
Oh, that took like 3 years of my life.
Well, I think in terms of everything now, assuming there's nothing in Light Trial, I think Ryu could be ahead now. Could be pulling ahead here. He's at least back in the game. He's not just dead in the water.
Yeah, he needs to go back to GTG though. Regardless.
It's not King Dodongo or Bust, thankfully.
Yeah, true. Ryu is definitely looking a lot better. That long shot could still pose an issue. I don't see how likely it is for him to go back to GG. It's not super unlikely, but it's not super likely.
We're gonna be seeing Light Trial.
Yeah.
PKR's heading there.
Here we go. Well, your prediction can't be true anymore, but it could still be something there. I'm still hoping that it's in Jabu Boomerang. Let's go. That'd be funny. That's what I want. And yeah, what happens if PKR resets for Roar's win, by the way? Have you considered that?
It would be really bad, given where everything is here. But
you could do it though. You know it's not unthinkable at all.
It's fine. I mean, you're fairly close to Ganon's at the adult spawn at Lamon, but we've already seen more than a few matches being determined by if you had Furores already in Ganon. So
yeah,
that might be running through her head. I could see both happening. I could see just going GTD after you clear Light Trial.
That's what I think.
You already have Furores there. Or you could save quit, go back to GTG, reset if there's nothing there, and then reset for Furores and Ganons.
Maybe. That seems a bit...
I could see that.
Could see it. Dream though.
It's not that much setup. It's just a save quit.
How well worth it is it to do it though? Because we know that you need to go to Temple of Time for it.
Well, like I said, I mean, we've seen more than a few matches. It's already determined on your speed to close out the seed, so...
It's true. That is true. So far, nothing. Imagine a setting where we could turn cutscenes like this off.
Too fast. It's too fast.
Too fast. Emo can't keep up with his boomer reflex. Just going too fast. Oh!
Well,
there it is.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, me
to see
neither.
Mirror Field here, but
boring, says Dotso. I agree, Dotso. It should have been.
That is a bit boring. You clear out your way the hero market, and then wave the hero again, and then you get you get an item out of it. You know, so.
Snore. Yeah, I mean it was obvious, but still boring.
Now that you've already cleared out Ganon's, it's even more likely to just go GTG. But you're probably going to do that after Spirit, so...
Oh, RyuuKane is
there.
Ice Cavern.
Well, he's... I mean, he hasn't handed in letter, and he can't skip King Zoro, so...
Yeah, what the fuck does he do?
This is why he bought the Blue Fire all those
Blue Fire.
minutes ago. He bought one in Market before he went to Ganon's. Because he found that second bottle in Child Goron City.
Long shot is in GTG in the lobby. Kindly boat. Oh, she's getting blue fire. She's going ice, then, I would assume.
Oh, it's just gonna go Spirit.
Oh. Yeah. Makes sense. You need to go there anyway.
Yeah. It's going to come down to the Kakuri sword for PKR, and then just the strength for Ryu. But it looks like he's calling Epona.
He's going to get it now.
He's going to do big toes, going to go to Gans, get Mirror Shield, clear Spirit.
Reverse.
It's in a great spot.
He does need to go back to GTG to finish this seed. That's the only...
Oh, they both do.
They both do, yeah, but...
Yeah,
KR
that's the funny part.
In, so she has a bit better position to go there. That's all. I'm not liking the color combination on PKR's side. You have the green shield and it's color. Do not like. It's not aesthetic.
It's pretty cool.
No, I'm not. You can do better. It's Easter colors. Is it really? Is that the colors of Easter? Isn't that yellow? Isn't the color of Easter yellow? Oh, Kane gets his golden gauntlets, which are actually silver on his character model by the looks of it. Gotta stay with the theme, right? The grass, the forest. That's spring. Easter is not. Easter is yellow because of the chickens that are born. And the eggs. I will be asking that because I think that's like
I don't think that's even that big of a deal. You use that as a warm up for this race. I think, depending on who you are as a player, you need that to warm up.
It doesn't like you don't know that. I do want to ask. I know you don't mind, but
she's also been playing 2, 3, 4 seeds a day every day since her last match. So
she's
don't think 2 seeds in one day is really going to be that big of a deal. And this is S4 standard settings. It's nothing too complicated. So
maybe I don't know.
It's not like you're running 12 NQ key sanity 3 times a day or something. Now that'd be crazy. That would be who does that?
You?
No, I don't. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I can see you doing it though. That's the thing.
Oh, you never quite know, do you?
Exactly. He admits it. Oh, Ryu, no. Wait, what? Did he not pick up the mirror shield?
No, I mean, no, but he also hasn't gone very far in Spirit, so he's doing this as it's progression, is what I'm pretty sure is going through his head. But I think he could also just go to Ganon's afterward. He's right there after getting golds, I agree, but
it's still weird.
He's at least in progression right now.
It's just so weird. He did the fairy fountain and bailed. It's just kind of confusing, that's all. Like, why would you go to the fairy fountain and not go to Ganon's castle as well? That's all I'm asking. just that doesn't make much sense.
It would make sense if he already had Furores in Ganon's.
Yeah.
Just so he can warp here and then warp there, but aside from that, yeah.
Yes, they do, Articus. Yes, they do. And yeah, it is pretty fun.
It's something.
It's something, yeah. That's something you could say about the seed in general. It's something.
Well, they both could have stayed in GTG and just full cleared, but I mean, for Ryu, he didn't have both, so that wasn't an option available to him. For PKR, going to progression makes more sense anyway. At that point, he already had Furores, so just kind of different reasons why they left, and they're different items too that they left there. Kakuri's sword for PKR and long shot for Ryu.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, finding... I don't know. He's gonna find Boomerang here and Spirit too. They both have about as many options available to them. It's not even like one has more options than the other. Not really. That's 4 medallions for PKR though.
Yeah.
Does have a slight progression lead.
Very. But I think she has a sequence. I think RyuuKane has like some pretty awkward things now to get his items, whereas PKR kind of it's all on their path, not too far away.
I think it's certainly possible Ryu's also not remembering bridge condition correctly.
I think he has already been in Dan's Castle, so I don't think that's like.
Yeah, he's already been there too, but that's what that depends on where he goes after this. I could see him going back to GTG though. He's already cult spirit here.
No.
Oh, okay, so he is gonna throw his one back. Okay, that makes sense to me.
That in GC, okay, now that makes
yeah.
more.
He just didn't want to walk back from the fairy fountain to the front of Ganon's.
And PKR is back in GTG.
Alright. Gonna pick up that Kakuri sword. And then that will very much be go mode for them. Whereas they pick up the irons and Deku already knows its way to the hero.
Yeah, PKR is looking like she's in a pretty strong position. Really has been just one of the most dominant players of Season 4. You know, of course was the Challenge Cup winner of last year. I don't think anyone quite expected her performance this year to be quite so dominant. No, other than getting knocked down to losers bracket, she's just been on steamrolling players, honestly.
Hard to say for sure, I think. Seeing as she didn't play in Season 3 quals at all, so there's that.
True.
Just kind of showed up to Challenge Cup and won.
Yeah.
Which is still a pretty good achievement, but
yeah.
Last season's bracket in Challenge Cup was a lot easier, just in general. Lot tougher opponents there. Now this year, this go around, a lot of competition in Season 4 qualifiers. Even more so than we've seen in the past, so. But still, just a very good player. Number 2 seed in this tournament. And hasn't really fallen into a lot of the traps other players have.
No,
she's been a lot of weird seeds. Definitely a lot of weird seeds in her matches, but
she seems to have a good grasp on how Season 4 comes out. You know, it just kind of seems to come a bit natural to like decision making. Seems like it's the kind of thing that seems to really work in her favor. I can't say if other seasons were like that as well for her, but like at least this season seems to be good for her. Longshot is also in GTG chat. But PKR only has like a quick water and Deku left to go. He is she's in go mode. Not gonna be long for her. Songs are very hard. Very true. But the big question is, Emo. Let's say PKR wins. Okay, she's looking pretty strong right now. It's looking like she might.
okay.
Let's let's look forward a bit. How would you say PKR's chances versus what else happened?
I think it's really close either way.
Yeah,
But
I would definitely agree.
depends more on that individual seed, I think. But if it's anything Jet, I could see both doing pretty well. And if it's an AD seed, I could see both doing pretty well as well. But I don't know. I think overall, I think What the Hells is better. So I think there's a slight favoritism for him. And I think he's more likely to win just in general. But it's like a 55-45 matchup or something like that. It's just too close to call, really. It just depends on who you're a fan of, bigger than the other.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And that's exciting, isn't it? I mean,
there's nothing you can really point to with both runners that they're weak at. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the PKR fans though. Like, you know, only if her house burns down does she lose that one. They're very confident in their player, and I like that. I like it. If you're a fan, you know, you gotta have faith, right? You gotta have faith. You're rooting for PKR, she's gonna go all the way, no matter what happens. Losing is only a possibility if you can. Isn't that true? For Ryu, it's all gonna come down to whether he finds that Kokiri sword. I mean, sorry, long. If it goes back to GTG.
Oh, PKR is also going to be saving a lot of time in Deku, right? The Iron Boots were literally the first chest.
Yeah, as soon as she gets Iron Boots.
Yeah, so that saves at least a minute and a half or so.
I would say 2 minutes, honestly. Yeah, Iron Boots are true go mode for her. As soon as she got those, she's done. That's all she needs. She knows that. Yep, she just jumps straight down. She's like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm done. She doesn't even need to think about it. She already knew, that's all she... I've had situations where I didn't even realize I was in go mode right away.
I mean, we saw that through this tournament already with the Daredevil and his matchup. I think in the first or second round, he just didn't realize he was in go mode.
Yeah,
so he just kept doing things, kept picking up skulls, and then light arrows happened to be on skulls anyway. So like, turned out to be a really close matchup. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had that once in a practice run, and I looked at my inventory. It's like, wait, hold on a second, I'm in go mode.
Yeah, it's always a great idea to kind of list out the items you actually need.
Yeah.
When you're getting far enough into a seed, otherwise you just you won't necessarily know, or you might fall into kind of an autopilot kind of a situation where you're like, okay, clear every single chest in here, and oh wait, oh shit, and then you might already have lost the 1v1. So I think even more so in 1v1s, it's especially important to know.
I had a 1v1 once when I still played OTR, and I made a mistake of writing down the wrong medallion location, so I went Deku Tree thing, and that literally cost me the 1v1.
It's the kind of mistake you only make once, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
It's not like you're going to do that 5 times in a week or something. Then okay, but
no, I only have it once after that. I was like, that will never happen to me again.
We all make mistakes. Everyone's made mistakes. Even in most of these matchups, there's mistakes being made. So it's really nothing too big.
Yeah, when it happened to me, I just laughed it off. I was like, okay, sure, that happens. It's never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
What can you do? Right? Nothing worth getting upset over. But at this point, it is looking pretty on game. You know, PKR is just further ahead, like it's just a progression. And he still needs to go back to I don't see it happen for him, unfortunately. Nothing short of PKR's house burning down. Someone said in chat, stop PKR right now. Yeah, he has to recline fire exactly. PKR literally just has to do water temple. It's not looking good. If you're a RyuuKane fan, it's starting to look like RyuuKane is not going to be bringing the pain, so to say.
Not today. Not today. Yeah, PKR is just going to go straight to water and
many people brought this match.
What?
He's brought the pain to many people in the past in this tournament, but not to PinkKittyRose, it turns out.
No. Gonna be looking pretty likely to see PKR and What the Hell's matchup next round. And the winner of that will go to face the Salty Sponge, so a lot of good matches yet in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, honestly, anyone could win here. It would still be good matches. At this point, there's just no bad matches left at all. It's not possible anymore.
It's just hard for me to like say What the Hell is a worse player than PKR. He's won 2 seasons of random settings for one, so you can play on a wide variety of things. It's not just standard that he's good at.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't think many people realize.
I know 100% he's a great player. PKR, I'm not sure. I've only seen her play standard, so I know she does play variety seeds though. I know that. I just don't know. In terms of consistency, a head-on-head matchup, you know, it's just super hard to call. You know,
I feel like I've commentated almost all of PKR's matches in the bracket matches, actually, or at least the vast majority of them. So at this point, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on how she plays. So, you know, where you can't say it, I will just say it. PKR is a really, really good player, for sure. Undoubtedly the best in the scene right now.
Yeah, definitely not doubting that.
No,
I just don't know on the matchup. Yeah. Again, I think it's going to come down to the certain kind of a seed it is and the decisions they make. And I think that's really where you want to be in terms of watching competitive matches here with OTR.
Yeah. It's been a good journey. I mean, people have had their say about Season 4 and its settings, and whether it's a good competitive setting or not. But I think one thing you can say for Season 4 is that we've seen a lot of really close matches.
Yeah, this one's unfortunately very over now.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. This one not... I mean, it did give us a couple of exciting moments where we were like, "Ooh, could this be a comeback?" But, you know, unfortunately at this point, it's kind of a...
Yeah, Ryu's heading towards well, it looks like now, too. So he's not even going to be done with well, and PKR might be done, potentially. Or, like, as you go adult, you see your opponent finish it. Yeah. It's going to be a little disheartening for him, but...
It is what it is.
Yeah, you missed an item in GTG, but you didn't have the bow the first time, and there was one in Dodongo, so I think he was lucky that he found another bow at all.
It's just one of those things, right, where you might find an item too early or too late, and it just pushes you in the wrong direction. And that's kind of what happened to RyuuKane this seed. Like, just the timing of when he found his bow has been really unfortunate for him. And same with his bomb back, right? So he just didn't find the items in the locations where he should have found them, whereas PKR did. That is sometimes just the way it goes. Regardless, I mean, RyuuKane finished in the 4th place of this tournament. That is a really good place to finish at the end of the day. That's more. I think you might be right. I don't think he'll be done with well by the time Peak finishes, unfortunately.
Depends on his route here, but yeah, assuming normal route, it's going to be 6 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is not good. Yeah, I kind of agree with Goomba. I would definitely say What the Hell Scott is slightly favored to win that one, or maybe a good bit favored. At some point, you just gotta acknowledge to a degree that there's just, you know, 2 players in the scene right now who I would say are just far beyond everyone else, and that would be what else happened in Sponge at this point. But I will definitely not say that PKR doesn't even have a chance. I think she has a good chance to win, but
Sponge has been looking very scary in all of his matches.
Yeah,
There's been no real errors, and then even in the big errors that he's made routing-wise, he's made up for them with really good logical comprehension. So
yeah,
that's scary in itself. I mean,
And it's shown, right? Like his run in the upper bracket has been extremely dominant. So no big surprise.
Yeah, a lot of really tough opponents too for Sponge, and he's beating every one of them.
He's powered through them all. He's powered through PinkKittyRose. What the hell's happened? Did he play Marco? I forgot. I don't think he did, right?
Yep, sure did.
Yeah, beat him too.
Round 3? Yeah. Not what you want to be seeing round 3.
Yeah,
but,
you just even say that what the hell just happened. Like that's pointed a good run in the upper bracket because he just had favorable matchups. He fought against the hardest matchups and he won. So it's a scary opponent. No matter who wins the next round is going to be going into a very scary.
Oh yeah, it should be very exciting to watch, I think.
Yeah, it'll be one hell of a claim. And so is the next round. I mean, PinkKittyRose, what else happened? I mean, those are two incredibly good players. PKR has been showing herself as an extremely strong player pretty much the entire season. Like, in brackets, in qualifiers, she was super dominant. In brackets, she's been very dominant. So it's going to be a great match regardless. I'm really curious to see who's going to win that and how it will end up. Maybe it's just because PKR has so many fans, right? They're just all channeling their energy into her. How can you lose with like such a big supportive fan base? It must feel good, man.
I can cheer for their team. That's cool. Surprised I don't see more. Yeah, is that not the best you can do, chat? Come on.
She just got partner too, right? So like imagine how good PKR must. Oh, RyuuKane. That can feel good. That is not what you want.
I don't think it's a crime to incite Twitch chat, right?
No,
I can incite Twitch chat. It's like inciting riots, but
I'm doing it. It looks
not illegal. Yeah.
So energized. Fucking love it. Did you see that bow, by the way? There's a bow in the well. Just in case you wondered where it is.
Yeah, let chat burn to the ground. I don't care.
Yeah, let them go. Let them riot. The chat's now in slow-mo. No!
Oh, no, no.
That won't stop the PKR fans. There's too many of them.
Oh, they're still going. They're still going strong here. They're excited.
They're very excited. And why wouldn't they be? If you were rooting for PKR, she's going to
an ultimate round. Yeah.
Happened into the finals of the lower bracket. That is just like it's almost the best outcome. Even better would be if she won grand finals, of course. But I mean, this is already really far. None of these players that are left right now are going to feel particularly bad about where they ended up. Top 4 is just an amazing place to end up for sure.
It's really only Ryu's name that I'm a little surprised seeing this high in the tournament. I mean, he's had a great run throughout it. Clearing a lot of really good names out pretty early on.
Yeah, and let's talk about PinkKittyRose's previous opponent, Fanta Tank. Would you have expected Fanta Tank to go as far as he did? I certainly didn't, but I mean, he's had an amazing run.
I mean, I think if you know how he plays in Bingo, I don't know if you would be surprised just because his execution's great. He's learned really quickly for Randomizer specifically, so like going forward, next couple seasons, I can see him being in the top very easily. I mean, he
already is now, yeah. So
performed very well. Yeah, I mean,
he already is. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's definitely one of those names you want to keep your eyes on, and I would say the same for RyuuKane. To be honest, I think he's a player that I think still has a lot left to go in terms of growth. I think there's still more left for him.
I mean, it reminds me a lot of how Kariosa did in Season 3. Very, very similar kind of a run.
I agree. Yep.
And I mean, they were seed 6 this time around, so they're a strong player as well. But I think Ryu actually knocked out himself, so if I remember it correctly.
And that's phase 1 of Ganon down. It's all in the home stretch now as RyuuKane turns in the letter, no, unaware of what's happening over on PinkKittyRose's side right now. And maybe that's for the best. Maybe ignorance is bliss right now for RyuuKane. Though I can't imagine that right now he's feeling particularly great about the team. I think he knows he's in trouble.
Yeah, 2.5 hours in, you have mostly everything else. Like,
not a good feeling, yeah.
No, not great.
Probably also has got almost everything. So it's just like, okay, who's gonna find it first, right? Like that's kind of what you're thinking. And if he had found the bow earlier, I would say he probably won this raid, but he didn't. And that's just how it is sometimes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. I told you, it's just like, for him, it's so unlikely to go back to G right now.
We've seen matches way closer than this even, so it really comes down to really small decisions here and there that really have a big impact on routings.
Ganon goes down for the first time. She just has to pick up the Master Sword now and drive her through Ganon's skull. It's a good day to be PKR right now. May partner goes into the finals of the losers bracket. I mean, what more do you?
How you draw it up? I don't know. Just play good.
There he goes. He's down on his knees. Unfortunately, the sun will be setting for Ganon and for RyuuKane. However, an amazing run for both players so far. Unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to RyuuKane in just a few moments. Hopefully, he will join us for an interview. But, I mean, I can understand if he's not feeling up for that at this point. This can't feel good. And there he goes. It's over. PKR will be going on to the finals. Fight against what the hell's happened with a finish time of 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 30 seconds. GG.
GG's. It'll be exciting to see seed 1 and 2 against each other next round. So
it's true. I think that was a pretty strong performance from her when it comes to the seed. She pretty much just routed it really well.
It just hinged on going back to G2G and already having Furores there, I think.
Yeah.
Just really helped her do that. Shoutouts to early Furores this seed. Magic. That wasn't too hard to find either. It was all hinted. Like,
good. By the way. I thought this was going to take longer, bro.
Well, I mean, all of our way to hero areas paid out. They're all actually required, and they all unlocked things. So when you have something that comes along like that, it's really only fire that can cause grief, and it's not going GTD and full clearing it. We saw the bow on Ryu's side, but I mean, pretty nice seed overall, I would say, especially for Season 4. It could be a lot worse, for sure. I think their Foolish Hints weren't very good, maybe, but...
PKR only left the Forest Winds in Jabu, by the way. Which is the correct thing to do if you turn the letter in, you have Forest Winds, you're gonna leave it. In case you got it. You hope not. So, hopefully we... Oh. There she is.
Hey, GG's PinkKittyRose.
The Canadian Showdown. There were 3
Yes, RyuuKane as well. RyuuKane, welcome. GG's. Sorry.
Oh man, this I've been expecting to get into the qualifiers, I guess.
Ah, kindred spirit.
Yeah, you've both been grinding pretty hard. I mean, how many seeds have you played since your last match, PKR?
Several? Probably like at least 10.
Way too many.
I swear, like, I follow PinkKittyRose on Twitch, and every time I go on Twitch, he's pretty much it's pretty ridiculous. But, yeah, wow. I mean, still, like, you know, but we heard that you made partner recently, PKR, so congratulations if that's true.
Tuesday, actually.
Pretty epic. But yeah, I mean, did either of you expect to make it this far into the tournament at all?
Sometimes just a one and done kind of a deal. But...
That's how water temples should be. Quick and
oh, that's how you want it. Well, I mean, assuming you're not missing an item or something, you know, right? But,
they should never be.
But yeah, I think that's one of the things that stuck out to me in PKR's route is just all the early hammer checks. Is that kind of what you wanted to do early on, including field, or what was your approach?
We had a horse and a hammer, and Hyrule Field's so awkward to find a timed road. So I mean, it's probably not gonna get faster than that. So I just did a quick run around and grabbed the Hyrule Field items just in case.
Yeah.
That kind of, I think, was the big different decision I raised.
And one of the only ones, I mean, aside from all the GTG nonsense, but...
Oh my goodness, how did that GTG avoid getting hinted? There were 4 items! 4!
Maybe watching those bullets, you know, it's like, nope, not that one either. just missing all the shots, dodging them all, parrying them.
So I'm guessing
4-way to heroes.
Yeah, PK, I'm guessing your second strength was the one in the big bow, right?
That's right, yeah.
Oh my god, this freaking big bow. Because yeah, I didn't have the bow at that point, so I was like banking on the way of the hero of market being the wallet. I was like, okay, just give me a freaking bottle game, please. And I finally got one in Goron City Child, and I was like, okay, I might actually need to rush King Zora. And it was nothing. I was like, oh my fucking god, it's big bow.
I had to use my Rudo's letter as my only bottle.
Oh my god, dude.
Not ideal.
Yeah, for a moment we thought that might be the wave to hear when Garen's Castle might just be the bottle.
Yeah, and when I found out it was strength 3, I was like, that is so out of logic. What the heck is going on? So I still went to what was it? Outside Ganon's Castle, it was nothing. Then I was so confused. I did Spirit first, just so I could do Prog and think a little. And then when I got locked out because I was missing the mirror shield, I went back to Light Trail. But I was hoping so much that there was nothing behind the Light Trail. Because I could actually work out the logic if there was nothing behind. But yeah, in the end there was mirror shield. I was like, oh my god, you're kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, pretty packed way to your areas. I mean, found at least 2 items in every area, except Deku, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, guys, please do not look at the screen. Do not look at the stream right now, please.
Oh no!
No, the worst number.
No!
You shouldn't have said it, RyuuKane. We would have ignored.
Okay. To my defense, I was actually looking at the race time chat.
Okay,
that's fair.
Makes sense.
We believe. Let's go. Well, I mean, I have no further questions. I just want to say, well, to both of you. Amazing job thus far, and of course, PinkKittyRose, good luck versus your next opponent. Definitely need it.
Need it.
Yeah, GG PK. Good luck, Papa. I'm rooting for you now.
Oh god. I'll do my best.
Another person.
It's like maybe I can get that rematch with Sponge, maybe.
And, well, I mean, that's it for me. Emo, do you still have any other questions?
Nah, this is a fast enough seed that I think we got everything answered out of it.
And Siberian can come in here and wrap it up for us.
Of course, as far as I know, Ryu on Restream will be going for about another 5 minutes.
It's fine.
That's the thing with 50-minute delay. But also, congratulations to the runners, and good luck, PKR, for against what the hell's happened. Make sure to give both of them a follow, and for PKR's stream, she uses another one for her usual streams, not the one linked by the bot.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Spell and Imusoda, for commentating.
Yeah, pleasure as always.
And don't forget our trackers, Tomatach13 and VXR441.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big shout outs to Dan. I love my trackers. Trackers are the best, man. They make my life so much easier.
Let you know if you missed anything.
Yeah, I miss everything, so I need them.
When we are going to wrap this up, we are going to raid over to ZSR3, where we have a Skyward Sword Randomizer match going on.
Ooh.
And for the upcoming restreamed matches here on ZSR, we have today at 5 PM EDT Link to the Past NMG tournament match. Kyong vs Shady Force in winner bracket 4. And for tomorrow, 7 PM EDT and 8 PM EDT. I think both of them, or all three of them, still need commentators.
Go sign up, people. It's fun. Commentating is fun. I would do it, but I don't know.
And as we have not much to...
Oh, that's cool. Also, yeah, on that note, by the way.
today it was Casey Necro who...
So, you know, it's cool that they're... if they're...
Merci beaucoup.
Ah, and of course we have a command for that. Marco that are doing the French restream.
Are we actually stalling for time just to get the feed right now, or what?
Yeah. We're seeing you throwing bombs. What's happening?
Like one of my worst modpads ever.
This is like the blooper like rail of like the end of a movie.
Just finish this already.